Hello everyone, RetaliationGuy here and welcome back for more videos. How you guys doing? I hope you're having a lovely summer weather out there in the UK. Especially with a lot of pollen outside in my vicinity that I don't want to touch off. I'm staying inside because I don't want to get risk to get a hay fever. Unfortunately, I did. So I might as well endure the hay fever because today this is a very special video that I wanted to make after my 300 subscriber special live stream. And speaking with 300 subs, I just want to quickly say thank you to everyone for reaching my channel to 300 subscriber. It was so painfully hard to reach that kind of milestone, especially when my channel is dead and I wasn't being active that for all the time. But at last, I'm back! Kind of. I wouldn't say I'm fully back because, you know, dealing with real life stuff, you know, people already who know me, you know, I have to sort with things out. But here we are, and again, thank you very much for 300 subs. This gave me a motivation to make some more videos. So here's the video of me talking about what kind of game project I'm making at the moment during the last 1 or 2 months. It's currently a prototype, so don't expect any full-fledged finished game. And because this is a special video, I'll release this prototype for free in my itch.io page when it's playable enough without any bugs. So you guys can try it out. Of course, feedback would be much appreciated, as this would be my first attempt to actually finish my game project in the long run and release it for everyone to play, possibly even free as well. In my last live stream, I said I'm planning to make some sort of like a special skit video for my 300 subscribers, but because I was focusing too much for the game project, well, I might as well make a special video about it for the game project I'm working on, and hopefully you guys will like it. So let's not waste time and let's get into it. Okay, so here we are with my trusty Unity 3D, and here's the overview of my machine of the game. Remember that this is just a prototype level for testing mechanics, features, and other stuff that I create in this level. So you'll be seeing a lot of testing stuff in this level that contains a lot of bugs, and you know, I hate bugs, I really do, and it's really stingy to deal with them. So let's I don't know how to start, but yeah, here are this machine prototype level, very basic polygons and, you know, such and such. So to start off, let's just play and showcase you what I've been working on for this prototype, and I will explain them what I've been doing with them as well. This time I'll be playing with my keyboard and mouse. There's also control support thanks to the where is it? The new where is it? Oh, there it is. Does it even show? No, it doesn't show. Basically, the new input system that Unity provided, which is very good. But for now, mouse and keyboard, it's something that will be a top priority for the controls for this game. Oh, I accidentally shot without even saying anything. Okay, so let's start with the basics. So with the movement, I've decided to use a rigid body component to make my character move. I wanted to make like a movement system where it feels smooth when the player moves the character, like from CS:GO. So as you can see, you know, you can see a little bit of smooth when I start accelerating the movement when I move, and also will slow down when I release my movement. So basically I made it by using the smooth dump code line, which is pretty hard to do, especially since I'm using the new input system that Unity provides for a much better controllability between games and controllers. But it really paid off for later on, so I really like what I've created so far with the movement. And of course there is the animation for the movement to make the game feel more alive. So as you can see, this is the title, you know, and it's also looped. And I used the animator for the blend tree, so whenever I go to full speed, you can see you can see my character moving, you know, like he is walking. So what's next? Next is the jump. Pretty simple one. So as you can see, I'm just jumping right now with the single jump. But this one, this pretty jump, I've made the ability for the player to have a double jump. There we go. We have a double jump in my game as well. You can be able to hear the sound effect that I ripped off from Advanced Warfare, but this is just a placeholder for the sound effects. I will make my own sound effects and other effects. Sound effect that is currently playing right now. So that's it. So yeah, here's the double jump. So you can basically double jump to reach higher ground. Simple and yet effective. So what else? Yes. Not only I just also implemented for a double jump in the game, but I also had the ability to use the jetpack to reach more higher ground. There it is. You can see, you can able to hear the jetpack thrusting onto the moon. But who is that guy called from the Star Wars? Obi-Wan will probably be proud of me that I've added a jetpack in my game, but there it is. So yes, so a double jump and a jetpack combined can make a huge big difference when you can't jump high. And there you go. So now I am on the ground. Not on the ground, I mean the moon. No, not really, but you know, but yeah, it is a very, very high ground, of course. So yes, so with the jetpack, there is a fuel system in the jetpack, so you don't infinitely go up to the moon when you're using a jetpack, because that will be pretty overpowered, really. But of course, when you use all the fuel of the jetpack and land on the ground, which we will land on the ground now, the jetpack will refuel the jetpack. If that made any sense. So you're ready to use the jetpack again once you're landed on the ground. So basically it refills your fuel when you land on the ground, which is pretty epic. So that's all I have so far with the movement system, as I'm going to add or change something in the future for the movement system, but that will be for the next video. If you have noticed, there are no animation currently at the moment with the jumping and the jetpack, but again, that's something I'll be working with for the future, or you know, to improvise my skills with the animation, since my animations are pretty basic at the moment. So for now, let's move forward and talk about the combat system. And this is pretty. I will try my best to explain my ability. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the combat system. Let me just quickly say this: that the combat system, I'm still working on it. It's still in a work in progress, basically. The only thing it's working at the moment is the gun itself. But the katana that I'm holding on the left of the screen doesn't do anything. So it's just an animation that I can call with my mouse. So if I just right click my mouse, it will make like a mini animation, like a katana animation, but it's not that, you know, it doesn't do anything. So if I just go to my target, doesn't do anything. So yeah, it's just like a trigger stuff going on. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing going on with the katana at the moment. But let me talk to you about the gun system that I have implemented. So with the gun, I have made it where instead using a raycast to shoot anything in the game, it rather shoots a projectiles with a bullet model coming out from the gun, as I'm going to shoot right now. Boom! There we go. You can able to recognize this sound effect if you can able to hear the game, but yeah, there we go. See, you know, I can able to you know. You know, I'm not gonna spell too much. I want my fingers to be alive. So basically, when we shoot a gun, the bullets will come out from the gun physically, rather than using an invisible laser tag to shoot stuff. And if you also even noticed, you can able to see a trajectory line when the bullet has been spawned, so you can see where the bullets are going. And with each bullets I have been shot, it also has like a rigid component with the bullet, so the bullet has some mass when has been spawned. So I'm gonna do some couple of more shooting. As you can see, the trajectory line, you can see far away that it's coming from the barrel, you know, self-explanatory, and you can see the trajectory line, and it's pretty quick. So be careful not getting hit one of those bullets in real life. So what else? Yes. So the special about this bullet is I can not I can you can also able to use the gun to ricochet your bullets when you're shooting. So if let's look, let's find a wall. Okay, let's use this wall. Let's just say how do you say this? So if you're shooting at the wall, it will bounce off, allocated from the object where you're aiming at. So you can do some fancy trick shot if you can. I don't know how to explain this, but let me show you what I mean. So the bullet model that I'm using is actually a cylinder model. So if I'm just gonna quickly shoot on my ground, you can see a little tiny bit of a cylinder, and it will disappear. You know, that's how the bullet, which I've added, with the help of the internet. Big shout out from the internet. I don't know why I'm giving a shout out to the internet, but whatever. So basically, what I mean is, if I shoot at the wall, you can see it will bounce off, and if I shoot in this side, you can see it will also bounce off the upwards. So as you can see, if you can see the projector, hopefully the light will not obscure the yellow trajectory line. But as you can see, you can able to see the bullet going, hitting the wall, and then it will go quickly to the left, and then it will hit that wall and it will go to upwards. So when I say about fancy trick show, what I mean is where I can basically use these walls to make some sort of like something like a trick shot, like a fancy shooting by ricochet the bullet, if that makes really sense. Let's do some shooting at the targets that I've made. So basically, all of these targets has the collider, of course. It has also had like a collider tag when the bullet touched them. You can see it will disappear. So that's mad. That's pretty simple to make as well. Pretty frustrating as well, since the tag collision are a bit different in here. I never used the collision as my solution. I used trigger once, but but collision is something that I'm implementing now. As you can see, I can able to pick up the targets, but I also can do some trick shooting. So let me just shoot this wall. As you can see the bullet will ricochet the wall, going directly to the target and hits the target. The target that you're allocating the target. As you can see, there we go. So if you're shooting at the wall, it will bounce or allocate you to the object where you're aiming. So you can do some fancy trick shot. Like I said, fancy trick shot. That's what you can do. Yeah, it's pretty mad. I can do some really pretty combo as well. Oh god, I don't want to be in there. Oh Jesus Christ. So let me try to hit this target and ricochet my bullet upwards. So if I can do this, this is pretty epic moment. That was an epic moment. Boom! There you go. So you can do a pretty amazing trick shot. Yes, you can directly kill them, but also you can able to use this. Of course, the angle will be very dependent on where you're aiming at the wall, which is pretty mad if you if you know what I mean. And of course, if you notice, there is the animation for the shooting. There are no recoil at the moment, but then again, it is a prototype, so it is something that I'll be working with for the future. Let me just kill all of these targets first. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this, bombing like a pro. Alright, okay, right. That's all I have with the mechanics. Let me just exit out because I'm probably getting too addicted to this. So yeah, that's all I have with the mechanics, as there's a lot of more stuff I want to implement for this prototype. So I will be expanding more mechanics and features for this project. If there's anything that I've missed or something that you would like to know or have some feedback to share, then please comment down below. It's much appreciated. It will help me to improve the game overall, and the feedback they will give in will help me to make a better game, to make a better game for everyone to experience a good game. So, like I said, my first attempt of making a proper game project, I'm gonna try to make it simple as possible. Nothing too rushed, nothing too complex, or else I'll be bored out. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Let's get off to Unity and let's talk about what kind of problems I have encountered during my development of the project and what is my future plan for the project itself. Hey everyone, it's me, DP Fresh, back from the dead. Hope you guys enjoyed what I have showed you so far with the project. But please remember that this is just a prototype. In later future developments, there will be a lot of big changes around the entire project itself, such as a lot of new changes, a lot of new stuff going on, maybe graphic otherwise if I'm focused on that. So don't get too excited because it's just a prototype. I don't know if I will move on to a new project and leave the project alone. So but anyways, that's something I just want to quickly say. And I'm using a script because I get lost. I didn't plan any of this, so there you go. So you know what? Let's talk about the challenges that I have faced with developing with the project itself. The biggest challenge that I faced with it, and it was very frustrating at the beginning of the project as well, is to make the new system actions, the new input system action work in my game. It was very hard because it was completely entirely new for me. And I had to learn a lot of how to subscribe and unsubscribe when the input has been pressed. Back in the day when I was in college, when I was doing game development, we've used the normal Unity old system. But because I want to get used with the new input system, especially when there's a lot of advantages compared to the old system input, then yeah, the input system, it was kind of very annoying and very frustrating to make it work in the beginning of the game project. I had to make a lot of different type of scripts to get the context working as it should be, and also trying to do a lot of methods to make the game controllable with the new input system. So I had to rely on tutorials where I have one script that well, there's one tutorial that actually helped me out with the project in the long term, where I have one script that handles all the interaction. That would be called as the input manager, and the rest of the scripts such as the movements, animations, or what else, which I have on my C# script, play Jetpack or other stuff, we have some sort of like a code that will receive the inputs from the input manager script, which was kind of tedious to learn, but it did make my life easier overall for the long run. So whenever I had to make a new system or a new mechanic, that tutorial really helped me out, especially when there's a lot of subscribe and event on move, and Jesus Christ, it's a lot of work with the new input system, especially, and don't get me wrong with this, especially when I was trying to make the jetpack working properly on the new input system. That was really fucking annoying as well. Sorry for my bad word because YouTube won't like it, but that's just me overall. But yeah, the jetpack was really bothersome for me with the new input system. So basically what I have found out is that the how do I say this? I'm gonna look at the script because I've completely lost my lines. Where basically I found out that the the action type of the hold button in the new input system, it doesn't allow the input to be continuously held in a button in a constant time. I know there's a hold action type in the input system, but it doesn't function the way it says. So I want to have a button where it constantly held down a button in a constant time. And so I had to research a lot of I had to do a lot of digging. I have to go through a rabbit hole with on YouTube, on Google, and try to figure out how to get this goddamn proper, how do you say this again, the proper hold action type in the new input system. Luckily, there is one cool video where it shows that you should use a value action type and a analog control type, where basically it says when it's been held down, the value will become 1, and when it's been released, it will become value of 0. So this was like a mind-boggling. This was a huge discovery for me. So it made the Japan much easier to code as well, especially with the new way to hold down the in a constant time, if that makes sense, if I made any sense. So it was a huge discovery. So I'm very grateful that I didn't give up on the jetpack, because when I was trying to resolve this situation, when the input doesn't allow to constantly hold down the button, I was about to ditch the jetpack feature until I discovered that this video, which was very useful indeed, and will probably be very useful in other stuff such as running, which I'm probably gonna implement. I don't know, but that's again, I will continue. That's something I will talk about later at the end of the video. But yeah, it was a very huge helpful throughout the coding stage. So yeah, that was extremely helpful. What else I have faced a challenge? That's all I have for now for the challenges. It's the only thing that I've struggled on. The only thing I struggled is the input system, the new input system, because again, I'm used to with the old system back in college, but then because I switched to the new input system, and this is completely new, so I had to rely on tutorials on YouTube to get the things working. But yeah, so far, if I can remember, that's the input. Input was the struggle, but yes. But then again, I'm still kind of new in Unity technically, and still learning a lot. Especially after I've studied game development in college. So yeah, that's pretty much it so far. So yeah, let's move on. What kind of future plan that I'll be doing for the game project. So now that I've talked about the challenges and what I have managed to fix the problem with those challenges, let's talk about what the plans and what is the future plan I'll be doing with the project. Maybe in the next week, or what I'm going to add later on after this video. So the basics are done. I've got the movement working. I've got the jumping working. The jetpack working. And technically, I have accomplished to make a character move with a rigid body component that has the ability to make a double jump to use a jetpack, but also to able to shoot a gun and made the gun to work as I intended, which with the projectile, which was very helpful. So that's the accomplishment. With my next plan, I will attempt to make a melee system with the katana, as as a melee system in working a game, and I will also add more. Movement mechanics into the games in the future. So in the future I can able to make some sort of like a parkour level for players to jump and run across different platforms, and that's something that I am going to focus on that as well, to make like something like a level. But yeah, of course, like I said, I also want to add levels and the main menu. So firstly, I want to make some sort of like a tutorial level where it teaches how to play the game, how the control works, and how the mechanic works. And then I can also have I want to make a level where you can able to shoot and move around the map while they're in some sort of like an arena shooter, with enemies trying to shoot you. So that's something that I'm going to make. Of course, the enemy AI and try to get to make like some like a spottable stuff. That's something I have to work with. But that's just my skill. Again, I'm still learning a lot of stuff with Unity, so coding is my biggest weaknesses at the moment. And if I can successfully do that and get the at least like a prototype working now, not now but later in the future, then I'll be able to release it a short prototype for other people to try out and grab some feedback to improve the game. So that's something that I will work on it as well. But yeah, and yes, of course, it will be free. So it will be on my itch.io once the prototype is ready. All I want is feedbacks at the moment. At first, I'm going to build up a little bit more and put some more content to at least in a playable condition without any bugs, as my best of my ability to get rid of the bugs. And yeah, that's where I'm going to release with the prototype. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this and this devlog. I supposed to say, I'm technically it is a kind of a devlog, and I also want to say a thank you for the 300 subscriber. It's been a long time since I have reached this incredible amount. Since I've reached this incredible amount of people watching my videos. 300 subscribers, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, of course, in bigger subscriber it doesn't sound a lot, but to me it is a lot. So hey fam, come here, get in the video, get in the goddamn video. We reached 300 subscribers. You remember him? Yeah, this pig. Anyway, get out. Just get out. Why are you here? But yeah, it doesn't sound a lot. 300 subscribers doesn't sound a lot, but it does warm my heart, really warm my heart, that there are still people watching my videos after through the beginning of my channel that still been watching content. So a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I will try my absolute best to keep it going as much as possible. If I survive, of course. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out on Twitter. I'm probably going to oh, I'm actually gonna die. Keep an eye on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. And yeah, I will see you guys till the next time. Bye bye.